Bienvenidos un día más al canal y bienvenidos al comienzo de Red Dead Redemption. Vamos a jugarlo con el PlayStation Plus y vamos a disfrutarlo. Este juego lo van a quitar en octubre, así que hay que aprovecharlo porque es uno de mis imprescindibles pendientes en el canal. Así que vamos... ¿No usas el mando? Pues no, DualShock 3 la verdad es que no. La verdad es que mi intención es más usar el de PS5, pero por alguna extraña razón de la vida no me lo coges, mi príncipe. Así es que va a ser que me toca jugar con el de Xbox One. Juegazo, es un juegazo. Hace unos años traje el 2 y no puede faltar el 1, porque realmente esto es la secuela del 2 a nivel argumental. Entonces yo creo que viene perfecto. A ver, hubiese venido perfecto subirlo en su día, pero un poco complicado, ¿eh? Un juego de PS3, poderlo jugar, grabar y nada, y poco más. Vamos a ir al lío. Como veis, estoy en el PC jugando al PlayStation Plus y se viene uno de los últimos juegos así viejitos que voy a traer al canal a partir de... Yo creo que incluso a la vez que mientras se está subiendo esto se va a empezar a subir juegos ya de PS5, porque básicamente están viniendo muchísimas cosas. O sea, ha salido Destroy Humans, ha salido de las tofas, que lo tengo ya más que reservadito. A ver si se quita la pantallita esa, tío. Ahí vamos. Buah. Madre mía, nene. Me quiero ver la muerte. Vamos a ver. Normal, amistoso. Normal, ¿no? Normal. Yo normal. Yo no busco aquí gran cosa. Bueno, a ver. Buscamos gran cosas, pero me refiero. No busco venirme aquí arriba pasándomelo en difícil, ¿sabes? Vengo a disfrutar. Que disfrutar tiene que haber sido amistoso, sí, pero es que a lo mejor amistoso, ¿sabes? Vas aquí como si fuese con un correcto de cumpleaños, ¿sabes? Tampoco busco eso. Busco una experiencia normal, la de toda la vida, básicamente. Por cierto, mi intención es subir este y subir el Red Dead de los zombies, ¿eh? ¿What? ¿Dónde estoy? Que estoy en el online, hermano. Madre mía. ¿Tiene online todavía el Red Dead Redemption? Me vuelvo loco, ¿eh? O sea, tiene online el primer Red Dead Redemption, tú. Todavía tiene online. O sea, sabía que tenía online, pero que aún esté activo. Que aún Rockstar lo tenga activo. Me deja patidifuso, tío. A ver, lo van a quitar del PlayStation Plus en octubre. El miedo que tengo es que lo vayan a quitar. Es que lo vayan a quitar porque les esté ocurriendo hacer un remake. A ver, no creo, sinceramente. Mira, es pesadilla de los no muertos. Eso es lo que quiero jugar más adelante. A ver, me va a meter una partida empezada, pero olvidar, ¿vale? Porque esto era para probar, a ver si iba, si se podía tener varias partidas, porque mi hermano también no quiere jugar y nada, olvidar. Ahora iniciamos una partida nueva. Pues eso, se supone que lo van a quitar de PlayStation Plus en el 5 de octubre o algo así. Entonces, aquí viene la paranoia máxima, que es... Se viene un remaster, un remake. A ver, dijeron que no tenían el código. Ah, mira, pues empieza aquí ya. Pues entonces si empieza aquí ya podemos jugar directamente desde aquí, ¿no? O sea, esto es el principio de Red Dead realmente. John Marston. te enseñan la época, cómo son los coches y todo. Beneficios del tabaco. Ah, espérate que va detenido. Rockstar Games presenta Estación Blackwater. Red Dead Pedemption. Oh, Dios. A ver, gráficamente es lo que es, ¿eh? O sea, no vengo por los gráficos, vengo por las ramas.
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
Estos racistas, ¿eh?
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
Referencias a Bush o no sé, un antepasado de Bush.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Armadillo de toda la vida, o sea, armadillo no, armadillo. Yo lo voy a llamar armadillo, cuando estemos por estas zonas. Y a ver si la cámara está cerca, ¿no? hello.
Heard there's fortune planted in Rio Hello.
I see the way he looks at my wife.
I believe you're a dad-dumb liar.
What's it all? Farewell.
Yeah.
I don't feel too good.
Guarda.
Martin! Mr. Martin, over here!
Over here.
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Thank you kindly.
Bueno, tú como base de borracho que se va cayendo por todos lados, tío.
All righty, Mr. Marston, let's get. Is that right? Take it easy until we're out of town. Ain't no point in causing a ruckus. Come on, Mr. Marston, no need for that.
Que te pillo. ¿Qué ha sido eso? Voy.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Buah, es que va a ser un show. Volverse a encontrar con la banda ahora que sí, que te sabes la trama. Porque aquí van
Are you planning
contando
on
trama.
spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves' Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
A ver, en el juego van contando mucho la trama, ¿no? De cómo se les estropeó el atraco y murieron varios de la banda, otros los detuvieron.
Yeah.
Y por fin lo hemos visto en el 2 y ahora va a ser
Do you know him?
raro.
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Después de vivir todo lo de Arthur Morgan y todo, y va a ser muy raro, tío. Porque con...
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, miss.
Así para dejarlo claro, los personajes que vamos a ir viendo ahora, cuando lo juega por primera vez este Red Dead, no los conoces de nada, ¿no? Y ahora hemos convivido con ellos en el 2. O sea, hemos estado en el campamento con ellos, hemos atracado con ellos, hemos sido heridos con ellos, no sé, hemos escapado de la muerte de la policía con ellos. Ahora sí que los conocemos, no es como en su día que ahora a donde vamos, el que vayamos a ver era alguien desconocido. Ahora, si has jugado el 2 o has visto el 2, pues no es alguien desconocido.
That's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
Damn coyotes. What a waste of good meat. For Christ's sakes. Almost there, Mr. Marston. Just over this hill.
Easy.
Whoa there. Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Legal, né?
Come on! Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implored. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Vaya.
Poor John.
Empieza bien, ¿eh? Lo que más se nota de este juego es la nitidez, que poco de... Es que madre mía. Es súper poco nítido, tío. Se ve súper borroso el juego, tío. Es que claro, es un juego de 2009, tío. Es que... ¡Ojo! Ese hombre del gobierno. Qué bueno, tío. Con logros y todo. Me vuelvo loco. Yo recuerdo haberlo jugado en Xbox 360.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you. For saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Vaya.
I hear Nate Jones is more crooked than a dog's hind leg.
Bueno, y aparece como azul en el mapa. Vale.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Yeah. Se cae, madre mía. Qué dramática, por favor. Madre mía, por favor.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked out a fine horse for you.
Sí, okay.
Come on, then. I'll show you around the property.
Yeah.
Tenía que poner al otro lado mejor, ¿no? A ver si me confundo, me salta la X y yo estoy jugando con el mando
right
de
is the
Xbox
general store.
desde
You
la
won't find
X.
Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself. Oh, there.
Come on. Yeah.
You'll only get lost.
Uy, la banda sonora, No tiene nada que envidiar al 2, tío.
Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. Giddy up! And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Hello there.
What are you waiting for? Come on, I don't fight. How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Ojo, ya vamos
Mr.
vestidos
Marston.
ya.
Miss McFarland.
Remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
Yo mira que más o menos
Come
me
on,
acuerdo de la
then. Let's
historia,
mount up
pero...
and take a look around.
Me acuerdo de la historia más o menos. O sea, sé que vamos a estar en un tramo aquí aprendiendo todo, a montar a caballo, a disparar, a usar la cuerda que nos van a dar para poder agarrar a gente, a agarrar al ganado. Va a haber una tormenta eléctrica, se va a prender fuego un árbol. Yo me acuerdo de todas esas cosas, pero... Por cierto, la idea es ir a full a la historia, ¿vale? O sea, aparte de que ahora es el tutorial y vamos full a la historia, luego también vamos a ir full a la historia.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Qué pasada, tío. De verdad. Volver aquí, tío. Ah, yo tenía intención de grabarlo, pero claro, al ver que lo van a quitar, más todavía.
Give me a hand with them, will you? Easy now.
Ah, pues. Yo le he dado al cuadrado, tal y como me habían pedido, ¿eh? Ah, pero que salta solo, no hace falta darle al cuadrado. Pues eso es lo que ha pasado, claro. Que no me dejen silla. ¡Hala, hala, 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 hala! Es que creo que no la he ensillado. Creo que no la he ensillado. Creo que directamente... Conejos, ladrones de lechuga y zanahorias, cabrones. Os voy a enseñar una lección. Recarga, recarga, recarga. Marston, recarga.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. Looks like we'll be having rabbit stew tomorrow.
¿Cómo se guarda el arma?
Let's get back on the horses and see what else is going on.
Ah, ¿sí? Que te saco el pincho. Y te pincho. A ver, es que no era bien. Yo buscando ensillarlo, ¿sabes?
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Come on, boy. Damn coyotes are back. We can't afford to lose any more life.
Ahora vamos a aprender a hacerlo en movimiento. Toma, chaval. Empieza el show de verdad. Go, 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 go. Me vas a matar a las gallinas. Mira, mira, lleva la gallina en la boca. Mira, mira. Qué cabrón, tío.
Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room. You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Here we are.
Ahora sí. Si te separas de tu caballo, regresará al poste que hay fuera de tu casa. Ah, vale. Sí, bueno, y cuando nos vayamos de aquí, ¿qué? Oye, está complicado el manejar al caballo, te lo digo.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarlane.
Si quieres guardar la partida, duerme en la cama. Si duermes te levantarás 6 horas más tarde, bueno, como cualquier juego de Rockstar, o sea... Ya puedes coger munición del baúl de la habitación. Mira el clave del Dead 1 de 3. En las tiendas, las consultas médicas y las amenazas de este territorio podrás comprar nuevas armas, reabastecer de munición o comprar potentes elixires. Ah, mira, ropajes. No, realmente no tengo ni uno. Venga, guarda. I'm gonna break my rusticate. Mira, seguro que quiero guardar el progreso, sí. Es más, soy tan masoca que quiero guardarlo 2 veces. Porque no me fío ni un puto pelo. Algunos personajes te facilitan información valiosa sobre no sé qué. Ya la ve en el mapa para hablar con Boris. No, coño, perdón. Quería hacer como en el 2, tío, que apuntabas para poder hablar, pero ya veo que no. O sea, si amenaza a alguien con la pistola o el cuchillo o algo, irá a la policía a denunciarme, ¿sabes? Obstáculos en el camino.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarlane. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see.
Claro, ella estaba en el tren al principio.
All right, I'll show you how we ride round these parts.
Yeah, que me pico yo también, ¿eh?
Hello, mister. Yeah!
¿Se viene carrera?
How do you do, sir?
Ya, pero si te pego un...
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarlane.
Iba a decir, sale humo de no sé qué sitio, claro. Guau, ¿qué ha pasado?
Come on. Come on.
Que lo he agotado demasiado, tío.
more like it. Let's go, Miss McFarland.
Giddy up!
Are you saving the best for last?
¿Dónde va? Que me la lía.
Yeah. I think you chose the wrong horse, Miss McFarland.
A ver, ya veo la estamina del caballo. Es lo que es mi vida cuando estoy cuando no estoy montado. Vale. A ver, si llega a la mínima resistencia me tira del caballo, claro, tiene sentido.
I bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Miss McFarland.
Venga, John.
Would you like me to slow down? How you doing back there?
Ha sobrado el John, Hasta que ahora de repente verás si no me van a...
You're gonna wear that horse out!
Should I wait for you to catch up?
Recta final.
Come on.
Whoa there!
Una gallina, tú.
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
El comisario Johnson quiere hablar contigo en Armadillo. De la M en el mapa. Pero de momento tenemos aquí a Bunny, o sea que vamos a seguir con Bunny.
Ah, Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Take the reins, Mr. Marston. You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response.
Qué bueno, tío.
I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on the side of the road and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship.
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
Ojo que se viene Armadillo.
You never did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now?
Uncle. Well, he's not my uncle, as far as I know. Just an old dog who's as lazy as a lizard on a hot day.
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not. But it does okay for us.
Aquí cuando hablaban de Ángel, yo pensaba que era familiar y pues en el 2 descubrimos que no.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
Mira, aquí vamos a ver tantas cosas que entendemos gracias a haber jugado el 2 o haberlo visto, tío, que me vuelve loco.
How can I help you?
Hello, friend.
Finally come to get that bullet out your leg. If you have any night fevers, come back and see me.
Why, thank you.
Stay away from the salt pork and tobacco.
¿Esto qué es aquí? Caballo de guerra. ¿Qué es esto? Campamento básico. No voy bien de vida. De momento.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
La bromas, que pisa está con que me ha salvado la vida. Entre broma y broma, si quieres irte de armadillo suele haber diligencias cargando y esperando tras la estación de carga. Vale, todo depende de si tengo misión de Billy o no. O sea, de Bunny, perdón. Me invento ya los nombres ya. Mapa. Sí, tengo misión de Bunny. Pues entonces vamos a ir otra vez. Bueno, a ver. Lógicamente, realmente, Marston ahora mismo ¿qué haría? Ahora que está en armadillo, iría a hablar con el series. Pero claro, entonces vamos a empezar una trama, la cual todavía no quiero empezar. ¿Esto es la diligencia? ¿Trayecto? Sí. Vale, o sea, las exclamaciones en rueda es la diligencia. Vale.
Okay, let's head on out. Hop in. Okay. Kind of my first time doing this. Sorry.
Ahora, lo que tengo que hacer, si no mal me acuerdo, es tengo que marcar a dónde quiero ir. Es posible, es que no me acuerdo. Pero creo que sí, tengo que marcar a dónde quiero ir. Ah, no tengo pasta. Escúchame, de verdad no tengo dinero. ¿Me lo estás diciendo de verdad? Guarda el arma. Vaya. Y mi chico, ¿qué dice? ¿No te puedo acariciar?
¿Qué tal?
¿Qué tal? Hola, amigo, ¿qué tal? Vale, vamos a hablar con Bonianda. Que no me apetece activar ahora esta trama, hombre. Esto podría hacer que... Sí, ya me ha tirado una vez del suelo ya. Ya me ha tirado el suelo un par de veces. Bueno, un par no, una y no más, la verdad. Sabiendo lo de la barra de estamina, me pasa una, pero no hay veces. Aparte que vibra el mando, o sea, es que encima te vibra. Porque es que a mí me vibraba y no sabía por qué. Ahora ya sé el por qué. Ah, sí, sí. ¿Qué pasa por ahí? ¿Están? Es que, tío, el manejo del caballo es súper raro. Es como que no te deja acercarte a los, ¿sabes? A los bordes. No sé. Mira, ahora tenemos más vínculo con el caballo, tú. Eso significa que tiene más resistencia, aguanta más mi golpe en los costados. Nada mal. Hacia el sureste para visitar al comisario de Armadillo. A ese camino, pero hacia atrás, Rey. Porque ya vengo de Armadillo. Mujeres y reses.
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me
Bonnie. No Bonnie, Bonnie. Vale.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom.
Qué bueno,
we killed people we didn't like.
Cuando empiezan a contar historias ya me vuelvo loco.
Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true. Especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute and he was her, well, I don't know what he was.
Madre mía.
So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read. Taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left. Or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
Puto Marston, tío. Me encanta, cómo habla del pasado. Que tú, claro, tú te haces una imagen de cómo es el pasado, pero ahora ya no hace falta hacerte una imagen porque la tienes, ¿no? Es la precuela de este primer Red Dead Redemption, tío. Es una pasada, tío. Venga, arranca, venga.
Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you.
Good to see you, Miss McFarland.
Whoa there! You should
ganado.
learn to ride before you learn to herd.
Vale.
Get behind the herd. That should start you moving in the right direction.
Espérate que me voy.
They aren't put off by your smell.
Lo tengo.
Nice job, Mr. Marston. That's it.
Herd the cows down the road. Pretend you know what you're doing.
Come on, you dumb heifer.
Go.
Ain't that hard, is it?
Vale, van un poco a donde quieren,
This way. We need to take them out to the pasture.
Si yo no te digo a ti que no. Si la cuestión es que el manejo del caballo es bastante rara.
Slow up.
Mr. Marston!
All right, let's move this large herd out to the far pasture. Keep sweeping behind them. That way they'll stay together.
Come on!
No os despistéis, venga.
Come on, let's go, let's go! Let's go!
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that, or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Ah, ya está. Ojo, pasamos de $0 a $5. Vámonos. Soy rico.
Come on. Yeah.
O sea que nos está explicando un poco la caza y todo, que el juego tiene su caza y tiene 1000 cosas que no vamos a explorar porque, bueno, pues no nos daría la vida para ello. La idea es pasarnos la historia, que ya he visto que yendo full a la historia son unas 18 horas. Y con eso vas que chutas, Rey. Sinceramente. Vuelve hoy después de las 5 PM. ¿Y qué hora es? Ahora puedes jugar a la herradura. No, yo quiero saber la hora. Ah. Pues ya, si van a ser las 5 ya. Me queda nada para que sean las 5. I'm gonna break. Buah, me acuerdo en el 2 como podéis llevar ambas cosas. Puedes llevar el rifle en una mano y la pistola en otra. Es una movida impresionante. Caballos salvajes, pasiones domadas. Menudos nombres ponen aquí.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you meet my father? John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarland.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marston. Please.
Nice to meet you.
So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the county.
Something like that. I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. Then we had outlaws, and we had drought, and we had smallpox, terrible winters, cholera. I buried more of my children than I raised.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herds of cattle just take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
You may be right, sir.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always gonna be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around and spying and secret missions. It's preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is?
Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
Otra con la ciudad. Se vive en una puta granja, tío. O vivía, al menos.
You're gonna need this, Mr. Marston.
Bueno, eso es nuestra herramienta multiuso. Sirve para domar animales, domar gente.
That ranch hand said there's a pack of wild horses nearby.
Sinceramente, es nuestra mejor arma contra todo. Sobre todo cuando queremos secuestrar a la gente.
You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
They ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. It ain't exactly a state secret that sent you.
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
The government can go to hell if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eyes.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics.
Please, Paul, can we just enjoy
the ride? But I know we're only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. And there's few men who can handle it.
There's certain things in this country a woman could do much better, if you ask me.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Miss McFarland.
Puta banda sonora, Se cala hasta los huesos, tío. Los putos silbiditos.
There's the horses! Get that lasso ready!
Come on, let's rope one.
Whoa!
Sí, pero primero he tenido que seleccionar, ¿no? Claro. Uy. Ah, que lo tengo, que lo tengo. No,
This one ain't going nowhere. Come on, Mr. Marston. You can get him from there.
Voy.
That's it. Now hold on to it.
Nearly there.
Come on, let's go.
Easy.
Take it slow now.
You'll have this in no time!
Show me what you got, boy. Come on in, cowboy.
Try not to move too much!
Let's see it, boy.
Steady.
You're doing fine!
Vamos, John, que lo consigues, rey.
You're mine now.
Look at that. We'll make a cowboy out of you yet. Mount up, Marston. You leave this one to me. Whew. I think that's enough activity for an old-timer like me. I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Come on then! Let's see if you can get another one!
Vamos.
Let's go.
What are you waiting for? We haven't got all day!
Yeah.
You got one! Hold on to him!
Se ha quedado justo ahí en el árbol, Va a ser súper molesto, tío.
All yours! Hop on and show him who's boss! Come on, boys! Hold on to him!
I'm in trouble here. I got you now.
Vamos, John.
Relax. Come on. Come on. Nearly got you. Hold on. I got you. Calm yourself, man. There.
You're a regular Bronco buster, city boy! Nice work! I think that'll do it for today. Let's get back to the ranch.
Ya ves, así es como
I like your father.
se ganan el dinero, tú. Roban caballos de por ahí.
You have a good life here. A life I want. For me and my family, I mean.
We don't have a lot anymore.
You have enough. It's one that gets so many folks in trouble.
It'll sap your spirit and make you poor. But it's straight, and it's decent.
There's no better night's sleep than after an honest day's work.
It's no wonder you look so tired, then.
Some deck must be shy of Joker, Miss McFarland.
Who'd have thought you'd be such a natural at busting Broncos?
That was fun.
I think you could be a Well done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses.
Pero no querías descansar ya.
Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's head for Tomorrow I'll teach you about rain.
Venga.
You never did tell me why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is.
You sure ask a lot.
I'm just surprised, that's all. You must have been quite a catch.
The fact that you're talking in the past says it all.
No, that's not what I mean. You must have had some suitors, that's all I'm saying.
Some, I suppose. Here and there. A ranch in the middle of Hennigan's Stead ain't really the place to find a husband. Amos, he's a little, well, you know, countrified.
Where'd you get your airs and graces, Miss McFarland?
From a couple of cheap governesses Pa hired to save us from being savages. I'd like to talk about more than just cattle and chickens sometimes, that's all. And after my brother left, it was up to me to become the man of the ranch. He'd never admit it, but my pa's a lot frailer than he looks.
You're worth two of any man I know, miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
In many ways, my wife is kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
There's my boys. Come on, Mr. Marston.
¿Y qué pasa? Vamos, señores, vamos.
Let's drive them up the canyon where it narrows. We'll trap them there.
En comparación al 2, qué diferencia, tío. Gráfica.
I'll see you there, miss. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on.
Pero los otros se me van, tío. Complicado,
Get going. Come on. Come on. Move, move. Whoa there. Move it up! Yeah! Move! Let's go! Whoa! Whoa! Come on! Move! Come on!
Looks like we got the lot of them. What magnificent animals they are. Hey, the stallion's getting away! Chase him down and bring him back!
Let's go!
Get after him!
Yeah!
No, todavía no. Ah, pues sí que va rápido el cabrón,
Come on!
Sí que le mete caña, sí. Vale, te tengo. ¿O no? Joder, tú.
I got you. Come on, baby. Calm down.
Come on, baby. Vamos.
Calm it down. Relax now. Nearly there. Oh, down. Relax now. Nearly there.
Qué caballo más loco, tío.
That's better. Come on.
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston. We got some fine horses. You know, Why don't you keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you from all of us?
Thank you, ma'am. He's a fine animal.
Se pira y me deja ahí. Vale. Pero no tiene silla, tío. O sea, el otro caballo que estaba empezando a tener de esto con él lo he perdido, ¿no? Básicamente me dices. Vaya. Guardar. A descansar, John. Que te la has ganado, mi rey. Está guapísimo, ¿eh? ¿Aún es de noche? Pues vuelvo a guardar otras 6 horas más. Será por dormir. Que no falte. Que no falte el dormir aquí. Ahora sí. Muy bien, pues como primer episodio lo vamos a dejar por aquí. Brutal este Red Dead Redemption 1, muy bueno, tío. Muy bueno. Esta secuela del 2 realmente a nivel argumental. Si os está molando, ya sabéis, dejad un buen like, suscribiros, apoyar este comienzo de serie para que sigan viendo series como esta. Y nos vemos mañana con más John Marston.